Hey,
Oh, you're going to record.
go
Okay,
ahead.
I didn't know you were
Yeah.
recording. Welcome back in, everybody. We're watching Method on blue and Excel on orange. This should be quite the matchup here in the EU side to figure out who's going to play in to RLCS and who's going to RLRS. With me tonight is Alexa. How are you, man?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing all right, dude. Doing all right. Have you seen much of these teams? Because we're definitely in for a treat.
Honestly, from the last time I've seen Method play, they have been playing really aggressive, and Excel have been really trying to put some pressure down onto the offensive side as well. So I think this is going to be a nice aggressive match that we're going to see tonight.
Should be good. Method has had some trouble with their consistency as seen in the Gfinity series, and it's been a little while since I've seen Zensa's play, so we'll have to see how he meshes well with Pondex and Meals Cook, both very excellent players on Excel. Now, Alexa, I think you are going to be taking away on this one.
All right.
So hit play.
All right. As now the kickoff is starting up, Ethan Kowick and Magnus there. The pass over to... Oh my god, the names.
Use the team name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As Excel now puts ball on the wall, gets over past Method, the empty net, and the goal from Excel. It is now 1-0.
All right, pause. This is where you would analyze.
Okay, so like we see there, there was a
No. This is where I would come in as analysis.
Okay.
The caster group would
Which,
obviously after the goal, during the replay, you analyze what happened right there. So that happened. Okay, so Zensis managed to get away from Method completely. Just a one-on-one situation, and of course, Method could not get there in time to defend their net. All they needed was 16 seconds to get on the board. Excel playing some solid Rocket League right now. Now press play again.
all right, after the kickoff went onto Excel's favor, but now Mox with the shot over to the other net. It is blocked by Pondex, over to Kowick, blocked by a lot. Ball's up still in the air, gonna go 50-50 in towards a lot's favor. Ball now to the orange side as Magnus literally, he dunks Excel. And now the ball is cleared onto the blue side. 50-50 won by a lot there. Ball's up onto the wall. He's over in the middle of the net. What a fake there by both teams.
Was it a fake or was it a whiff? It's kind of hard to tell with these three, or with these two squads, I should say, as both of them playing some, like, again, fairly solid Rocket League, but the defense breakdown there led Metsonoris right into the net. Pause. So this is one of those things that you need to figure out as with your co-caster. Okay.
Right.
Let's say your co-caster is talking and something big happens, like that tying goal. You have two options, and we've seen both kind of into their own thing as far as the preference of the two casters. For example, you could have just jumped in loud and proud about how the goal was spectacular or just out of nowhere. Metsonoris scores on a defensive mistouch. Right? Just right over me, and I'll shut up. Right? The other way is to let whoever is talking call the goal.
Right.
And then the other caster comes in and does the analysis for the goal, even if they're play-by-play.
Okay.
So there's two ways to handle that. In this case, because you're such a beginner as far as casting in general, if I'm talking and a goal happens, okay, go right over me. Do it Curtis style.
All right.
I mean, like, just loud, right immediately. The moment you realize a goal is about to happen, go for it. As he mutes.
I'm here.
No worries. Just making sure that you're good.
Yeah.
All right. So just for simplicity's sake, just do that. I'll shut up. Talk about the goal.
Where are you guys at in the replay? I had to step away for a minute.
105.
105. Okay.
All right, Alexa, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and skip that, and we'll just head straight into the kickoff.
Mhm.
All right, press play now.
All right, I would see kickoff now. Gone into Excel's favor now a lot with the ball into the opponent's side. As in Koic gets it up to Pondex. Sorry, as Zentus. And now the ball is still back into the blue side. And now a lot looks to be trying to carry this ball, trying to dribble it over the Excel, but a dunk there by Zensus.
Ooh.
There's a demo there by. Oh, what an amazing goal by Pondex. That angle was phenomenal.
Pause.
Isn't that now when you go in?
This is when I would come in as announced. That was great. So I would come in. Look at that right there. Method with Excel with the demo. Method could not recover at all. Nobody back in time. Nobody to cover that net. Everybody either grab and boost and was definitely not expecting a big demo right there. Excel on the board again. They take that 1-goal lead. And press play. Go.
All right. Exactly, Ninja. And so that demo really messed up the rotation from Method as we now get into the match again. 3:24 left with a 2-1 deficit from Method.
Oh my god. What?
What an amazing save there by Team Excel there. It really shows how hard they really want to keep this lead up going. As Magnus almost gets a shot on goal, but now Pondex, the ball, pumps it up middle, and Koic up on the other side. Magnus gets the reply on that. Pondex gets sent it back middle to Zensus. Into the try to go into the corner, but Metanoris got a touch of that. As we see Magnus now a pass, what a ghost touch there. Zensus in front of the net, booms it over to the other side. Metanoris will get the touch on that, and the dunk on it. As we see there, Mr. Pondex and Koic with the shot blocked by 2 Method players. There, that left the net empty, ready for another counterattack by Excel. And now,
what time do you have on the replay right now?
2:20.
Okay, I'm a little bit ahead. No worries.
Oh, okay.
You're good. Keep going.
A lot there with fell off the wall. Sends it back down. Pondex there with the reply, but gets dunked over by Zensus. A lot here trying to see if he can do something off the wall. He couldn't do anything. As now Metanoris gets the touch off the wall. Upside down. What a flip there. That's a nice touch by Metanoris. It's a back middle though. Blocked by Excel. Now Magnus gets the first touch on the ball. Sends it. Wow, that was a nice shot from Excel. As we see Metanoris blocking the ball. Up for Mongus, who takes a shot. Blocked by Pondex, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, a lot. Yeah. And now Zensus with the empty netter here as that demo happened.
Oh, man. There's the goal for me. The triple commit right there was the defeat of Method. Zensus just seeing the empty net there, and you have to drive for it. I mean, that 2-goal lead is so precious in these very, very close games, especially between these two teams who are playing so well together, and those little tiny mistakes in recovery that Method has, Excel is just taking the advantage of that. 2-goal lead here, 3-1. Play.
All right. Pondex setting the ball up to the other side. It is on target, but a lot managed to save that easily. Pass playing here from Team Magnus. Methods. Christ. And Koic with the ball up the wall. It's going to go straight back down. Blocked there by Method. As you see now a lot. Again, putting up the wall. The shot blocked by Zensus over there. Now as Mongus the ball up over one Excel player. But Pondex gets it back. Metanoris. Blocked by Pondex. As we see now, Zensus trying to put the ball into the blue side, but now the pressure has been really. Method has really put a lot of pressure here on Excel as they didn't have many breakthroughs. As we're talking about that, Excel just had one, but quickly denied by Method. Magnus over the ball, blocked by Koic there. A lot trying to move it back middle, but the shot blocked by Magnus. Pondex, the ball. Shot there from Koic. That was so close. As we see now, nobody's in net from Excel. What a shot from Magnus.
Yeah, I'm here. I actually missed it. I got
Oh,
sidetracked with wedding stuff. Sorry. Keep
no
going.
worries.
Just keep going. You're doing a good job.
Okay, that was an amazing goal by Magnus right there, and the double commit there over by Excel's side wasn't that good of a call, as I don't know the name of that first person. I believe it was Enkoic there, but that was
Oh, it's
um
Niels Coke.
oh, it was
Yeah.
Niels Cook there. That
Yeah.
was the last person back. He just got dribbled by Magnus, and he just drove it back home.
Definitely a close game between these two teams. Method and Excel putting up a heck of a fight. Method, kind of a, they had a little bit of an off game. I've seen them play way better Rocket League compared to what was just on display here. But Excel taking advantage of any situation that they were able to, and just being overall solid. Solid defense, good offense here and there, trying to draw the goalies out. But once Method was able to get back into the net, they were good. It's that conversion from offense to defense that a lot of teams have such a hard time with, and at least in this game, it's something that Method had a hard time with.
I can totally agree with you, Ninja, here. What you said. As now, kickoff going into Excel's favor. Ball missed by
What?
Census. What?
Did we go into the next game?
No. I just started the thing again.
Oh, okay. Well, no. Hang on. We're gonna let's analyze our stat or
Oh, yeah.
deal here. Okay. All right. I'll start with me. I'm
Go
a
ahead.
little bit distracted right now because I got a bunch of other shit going on. So I apologize, but
No worries.
especially that last part, just people texting me.
Mhm.
Sorry. I am not naturally a color guy. I'm naturally a play-by-play, so color takes me a little bit to get going. Um, that said, for no warm-up, thought I did pretty good. I noticed what I wanted to notice, and that was the rotations and things of that nature. Um, but I also let you go a little bit longer than I would have, Alexa, because I'm trying to get to know you and your style a little bit more.
Okay.
So there were times where I should have jumped in and analyzed things. Just interesting stuff going on, such as a lot save where he bounced it off the side of his car to no man's land. That was brilliance. Um, Little things like that is where like I like to jump in and point it out for about 5 or 6 seconds and then go right back into play by play. That's my style as far as a color dude. But because I'm letting you um, sort of get more practice in just talking and breathing and all that stuff, I'm trying to let you get more practice in that. I'm kind of letting you ramble a bit.
Okay.
So, what did you notice about yourself that you would like to point out?
I think the thing that I really give me a second. No. So the thing that I really think I should really get more used to is the player names and whatnot. Gonna get more familiar with them and noticing them more. As right now, really having a hard time also remembering the names of the people. Like Jasher had to point out that it was actually Encoic instead of
Niels Coke
that.
instead of Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing too, like with that, just to kind of touch on that, doing a replay is harder because you don't have the names on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
So when you have that, it's a lot easier. A whole
Yeah,
lot
because you
easier.
can just basically look below and
Exactly.
yeah. Honestly, I think I did okay for my first time, but I think I could see a lot of improvement going on.
Well, yeah, of course, it's your first time. I think you did pretty damn good for your first time. There are some quick changes that you can do, like right now. Changing your tone, having that different inflections and how else do I put this? The different inflection and different vocal tones, different notes that you can hit while doing play by play to denote kind of like how you're supposed to denote sentences, right? Like at the end of that sentence was a period, and at the end of this sentence, is it going to be a question? Stuff like that. If
Right.
you can mix that up, it'll make your play-by-play more interesting to the ear, not necessarily to the viewer, but to the ear. It'll make people tune in.
Okay. So just more better intonation, I guess.
Intonation. That is the word I'm looking for. Yes, pretty much. Now, over time, your vocabulary will get a little bit better. You also don't need to say the ball a lot.
Okay.
It's obvious that they're going for the ball. So you can let the viewer obviously know that, hey, here's Magnus looking for that shot off the wall. You've just explained everything that just happened.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to say, coming up under the ball here is Magnus looking for trying to pass the ball to Metz. Metz passes that ball right back. See, it's obvious. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's something that you can work on today or whenever the next time you cast. It's something that's really easy. You just kind of be mindful of your phrasing so that you don't have to say the ball all the time.
Okay.
And then over time, your thesaurus will grow, and you'll start calling things differently. If you'd like, I can do a play-by-play for the next one, just to give you a little bit of an example.
Sure, but I suck at colors, so I'm just.
That's okay.
No, honestly, I'm not going to be able to analyze anything doing this.
Okay. How about this? Well, I'll redo this replay up to the first goal to give you something to go off of, if that makes sense.
All right.
The hell? None. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll do it right up to that first goal. All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Kickoff about to get underway here in DFH. Magnus going to win this, but Zensis out of the corner. Straight to Metzenaris, reading that well. He was looking for Pondex, but the pass interrupted by Method, trying to wrap it around the big high banks there. Here's Zensis taking off. The triple commit going to beat Metzenaris, and they're beat at their own game. Excel get on the board first. See how I change tones and things to let the viewer know that something's going on. My goal, when I first started, my goal was to make it so that the viewer didn't necessarily have to watch to know what was going on.
Okay.
That was my goal when I first started. Now, it has become a hybrid of baseball commentary and hockey. If that makes sense.
Right.
So, yeah, you could look away for a little while, but it's not going to be the same as actually watching it with my commentary or whoever's. And I think that's kind of where the scene's going right now. So you kind of have an idea as to what a lot of people look for in a play-by-play. And that's kind of it. It's my own version, but, generally about that.
Right.
So that'll be kind of a goal. So that's why I'm saying for you, work on the inflection, work on your intonation and things of that nature, and just try not to say the ball all the time for the next one. All right, Joshua, which replay are we doing?
I'm on 1-3.
You're still on 1-3?
We started at 1-2.
Okay.
All right, I got time for one more, so.
Okay, that works. Whenever you're ready, just say go. We'll go.
All right, go.
All right, here we go. game 3 here with Method and Excel. Alexa, take it away.
I would see now the kickoff going into Method's favor. Shot there blocked by Excel. Magnus with a pass to Alot. Alot does a small pass and easily deflected by Excel as a shot coming onto the net. Quickly blocked by Method. Alot here with the reply. As his shot got blocked again by Excel.
Okay, quick adjustment. Leave a
Yes.
little bit of time for me, give or take 40 seconds. So like after you're speaking for about 40 seconds, you're probably going to need a breath. Oh God, Pondex, that was a good shot. You're going to need a breath. So you can transition to me, or you can just be quiet and I'll come right in.
Okay.
Okay, go. Just continue. Keep going.
Okay, as now, the shot easily blocked there by Pondex. Now Metanoris puts the ball up the wall for Magnus. As it goes down on the ground for Zensis. Zensis tries to pass it to Pondex, but he got Demo right there by
That
Metanoris.
Dog, a shot coming out from Magnus there. A shot coming out again. I'm loving this offensive pressure from Method once they get on that end. The big problem, though, is they don't like to leave anybody back. So all Excel has to do is get that long clear or a pass clear to put them right on into the offensive end with nobody back to defend. That's something that Method has to work on, and they had needed to work on it since last game.
As you see now, Magnus. Oh, what a misplay there by Method. That easily allows Excel to get the goal in.
Metanoris right there just thought his teammate was going to get a better hit on it, so he jumped up for it, probably going to boost that ball out of his zone. Instead, he elected to just land, and unfortunately, ball came right at him. There was not much he could do. He had no momentum. That's the problem with those defensive plays. If you don't have any momentum, it's really tough when you screw up.
Of course, there as now kickoff will go into Method's favor. Now Pondex gets the ball up the wall, tries to pass it over the midway, but it went over to the other side. Magnus pass to Metanoris. Now Metanoris tried to block the shot, but Pondex was there to boom it away. Magnus pass to Alot as Pondex sent it into the other corner. Metanoris shot blocked. Pondex gets the back pass. As now Method is going full on aggressive here. Shot almost in.
Yeah, that shot was tough. It was going to be a weird angle, though, for Method to attempt. That said, Excel really turns it around quickly here, and we might see another goal from them very quickly.
You're totally correct here. Alot with the shot. What an amazing goal by Alot. Oh my god, that was such an angle in the air.
Yeah, Alot right there. A great pass from his teammate, and Alot was already up for it. They must have called that early. Excel being really aggressive with the bumps, so they must have, by them I mean Method, they must have just called it and said, look, I'm going up. I don't want to get bumped anymore. And luckily the pass was right on target, and Alot, with all that skill that he's got, slams her home.
That I believe that is exactly what just happened there. As now the kickoff will go into, again, Method's favor. Looks like Method has the better kickoff for now, unless they at least try to win it every single time. As there's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes 8 left on the clock with a 1-1 tie game. Anything could happen still. Zensis shot blocked by Alot. Pondex sends it middle. And Niels Cook almost had it on target, but it was not in. Magnus sends it back over. Pondex easily replies with another boomer. Alot shot onto the other side, immediately sent back to Method's side again. We've seen a lot of pressure right now from Excel, and Method just trying to get something going, but it doesn't look like they're able to.
Yeah, that is definitely something Excel is doing, just applying tons of pressure. But that's the problem, though. They kind of have the Method problem of last game, where Excel starting to get comfortable on the offensive end, and suddenly Method just slams one home. They've been able to get on the offense quickly. They haven't been able to score yet. And of course I'm talking about Method.
You are very correct here. As Method now shot on goal, blocked by Excel. Shot us into the corner. A shot, what a nice goal by Niels Cook here. Method couldn't have blocked that.
Niels Cook coming in hot, just saw the play developing, able to position his car perfectly. And luckily, he didn't even need that crazy of an angle, as he was really patient with the play, knowing that there basically was just about no coverage from the Method players, as a lot was swinging around, but he got slammed back by the goal explosion. And go.
As we see now, 2-1 with less than a minute left to go. Still anything could happen. Still there's a big chance that Method could bring this back up in this series, as it is 1-0 for Excel. Now, Magnus passed to a lot. Tried to back to Magnus, but he wasn't able to. With the shot blocked by Niels Cook. Oh my god, what a derp there by a lot. Went upside down.
Ooh.
I believe it was a backflip, wasn't it?
Kind of looked like it there, but Pondex was in the perfect position. He wasn't lurking. It's something that a lot of players do, is kind of just lurk in the center waiting for a pass, but that did not come through like that. Pondex stayed way back, and realizing the pass was going to come through from his teammate, just comes in to slam it home a lot. That was going to be a tough save anyways. And press play.
As we see now, 30 seconds left, 2-goal lead here from Excel. Looks like they're going to be taking this one home, as every second that goes by is making it harder for Method to actually get a goal going here.
Yeah, so Method having a really hard time on the offensive end. That has something to do definitely with how Excel is playing right now. They always have somebody either lurking at the net or looking for the defensive touch, such as Niels Cook right there on a lot shot.
As we see now, Excel taking the win here over Method 3-1, which they win the series 2-0.
Now Method in that game, excellent kickoffs, able to get there quickly, but Excel managing to direct the ball into a position where they could grab possession, and I think that was a huge factor in the sheer possession time that Excel had over Method. They were able to keep that ball for the most part on the offensive side, and always with those blue lights blinking, and Method just could not get anything going except for that one goal that they were able to put together. Excel shutting down Method here this game.
Yep, you are very correct here. Excel just excelling at everything that they're doing here.
Nice.
Pun intended here. Yeah, they've really been full-on aggressive here over Method, as they saw that in the first game, Method was really crumbling down on the defense, as they were super aggressive when I saw them play before, getting to the top 128.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, they'll just were better in basically anything here during these few matches.
All right, Jasher, I don't know if you wanted to record our analysis as well.
Yeah, I have been.
Okay. All right. So obviously myself kind of rushed into this a little bit. I think I got a little bit more warmed up. I was kind of having some camera trouble too, whenever I would click back in to the game, but I think that most of that is because it's replay, and I'm not, when you're in the normal spectator mode, a lot of these controls aren't there. I can just click back into the game, and it's just take control.
Yeah.
I feel like I missed a couple of things, but the game was sort of uneventful, so it was a little bit awkward sometimes. Again, I'm trying to learn your style a little bit, Alexa, where I've been casting a lot with people whom I've casted before, and I kind of know their routine as far as where to jump in for them. That said, you left a lot of space. You weren't talking too much, which is what a lot of people do, especially play-by-play guys. King Kodiak, hello. You weren't trying to fill the space all the time. You left some room. You let the play breathe. You let you're allowing the uh, the stuff on the screen to happen, and you were the salt and pepper, you were the seasoning, and I really like that. Your pacing was pretty good, um, and I think just because this is basically your first time, um, you probably think that that was absolutely terrible, but there are elements there uh, of a good caster, and everything else can come with time if you wanted to stick this out.
Hmm. Right. Um, what I think I could have done better, it's just, my intonation again, and I've tried to say the ball less.
And you did.
I try my hardest, yeah. Um, and then what was I gonna say? I'm out of words. I've talked too much. Okay. Give me a second. Oh.
Do you have any feedback for me? That's the
Um,
question.
I mean, I haven't been around color casters too much, so I don't really exactly know ex- exactly twice. Wow. I don't exactly know how a color caster does it. Link, yes,
Okay, no problem.
but maybe just
I need practice for color casting. I haven't been doing it much lately, so
right. Right.
um,
Yeah, I totally understand.
the and I think that's really mostly my problem is I don't get a lot of practice as a color guy, and I only
Mhm.
do color for maybe one or two different casters, whom I have a great connection with, and I know when to start really looking at a play and when to start salt and peppering in some color here and there,
Mhm.
and when it's proper to do analysis, um, because that's something a color guy needs to learn is when to be color and when to be analyst.
Yeah.
Um, so like I commentate a lot with Biza. I am pretty much his color guy when he does NA stuff. Uh, and me and him banter back and forth at times, and sometimes we are deadpan serious. Such as like in this game, we would have been deadpan serious, very little humor. It's like play by play, bam analysis, bam play by play, bam analysis, except for the latency between Australia and here. Um,
Yeah.
Same with Curtis, uh, or something like that. And then you'll actually hear when I do play by play, say with Inanimate J or with Daz, um, where we'll intermix, and
Mhm.
so it really does come down to comfort level with your caster, and it's gonna sound really awkward at first. It, I mean, there's times where I'm doing color, and it takes up until the semifinals to be sort of comfortable with what's going on. And plus, you're warmed up. You're in a caster sort of mindset. You got your thesaurus going and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, do I think we still have the tips and tricks and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a tips channel.
So check that out, Alexa.
All right.
Hop in there, take a look. Vaudable. Oh yeah, you put up Vaudable's YouTube thing, the commentary review. Something I'm working on as well. We kind of all have thrown in some things. Uh, the soccer jargon for RL casting is something that Jim Blade did by himself. I don't think I ever added to that. I have my own set. I actually sat down one day and just wrote out a bunch of different terms for color and for play by play, and I use them all the time. Usually when I cast, I have it up on the second screen, and I
Right.
constantly glance at it for something different to say.
Mhm.
But that takes a lot of practice. But if you sit down one day and you feel like you're in a rut as far as your vocabulary, sit down, bring up a notepad or um, like a Word document,
Right.
and split it up into different things. So let's say a goal. All right, so a goal happens. I have 5 or 6 different words that I like to say for that. So obviously, scores a goal, slams it into the net, finds the net, finds the goal. There's different ways you can kind of salt and pepper the phrases up a little bit.
Mhm.
Uh, if it's like at the top of the goal, under the crossbar, top shelf, slams the bottle, knocking the alcohol down, stuff like that.
Knocking the alcohol down.
Yeah,
I like it.
that's more of a color thing, but I do say it in play-by-play sometimes. If especially if I'm in Europe, if I'm doing European stuff, I'll actually say knocking the vodka down
Why? Because Russia.
because Russia,
Yeah.
and everybody drinks vodka.
Whiskey.
If I'm doing North America stuff, I'll usually say, you know, and he slams the top shelf because top shelf can be a lot of things here.
Yeah.
And because like there's a lot of kids and parents are really freaking sensitive here in North America, and the drinking age is 21. So
Yeah.
I can't necessarily make an alcohol reference as a pro. Like if I want to go pro, I can't be making that reference. But I mean,
Yeah.
if we're talking about Europe, the drinking age is like 16. Everybody drinks wine. Nobody cares. So,
Right.
So if you were to sit down one day and like you feel like you need to improve on something, let's say goals, you could do that. Just 30 minutes or something. Sit down and break out a thesaurus, break out like soccer jargon, volleyball, hockey. It all applies to this. Baseball, I use down the line all the time. That's a foul ball reference. So little things to salt and pepper your play-by-play. It'll make the viewer much more interested in what you're saying because you're saying something different. It's a psychological thing, and also it makes it less boring for you.
Mm-hmm.
And let's face it, that's more important than anything.
Yeah, of course.
So that's going to be. I would give you homework if this were an actual class, and that would have been your homework.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Homework. Huh? Who does that?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Nobody does homework. What the fuck? But yeah, so you'll notice as you cast more, that you'll want to change some things up. The other big huge tip that I can give you as a new caster:
Mm-hmm.
turn off the Twitch chat. Don't look at it.
Oh God, no. No.
Okay.
That's not a good.
No, I'm
chat.
serious. I'm dead serious. I know, like you kind of want to try to play host a little bit, and all
Uh-huh.
that stuff. For the first few months, turn it off. Just turn it off. Don't look at it. Don't reference it. Nothing. Later on, when you feel more comfortable and you start to kind of hone your skills a little bit more, you can leave it on if you want. For certain things, I leave it on. Like for certain communities, like if I was doing PPV, I would
Right.
have it on personally, because
We
I like
only get
PPV.
like 10 people.
Well, right, but there's good constructive feedback about the play usually
Yeah.
in those sorts of Twitch channels. Same with like CCA, Shift. I have it up, and things like that. But if I'm doing RLC, I have it up, but it's in a corner where I can't see it. The only reason
Right.
why I have it up is because if something goes wrong with the broadcast, that's it. Usually I'm streaming that. But if I'm not streaming it, I don't have it up. Shift, I have it up too, but like if we're doing something big, like when I did the when we all did the qualifiers, I didn't have it up for that because you want to concentrate and you don't want to just constantly see reward spam. Let's face it.
Yeah.
So those are my big tips for the new casters, for any new caster on any game. Other than that, like when you get a chance, sit down, do these replays, and solo cast. Just solo cast it, so you get more comfortable with reading names and things of that nature.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You said you had to go, right?
Yes.
Okay, that was my condensed class version.
That is a short ass class.
Yeah. I apologize for being a little bit late. I had to go drop my